Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
All righty. Good morning, Andy. Good weekend, NFL wise. Hope you had a nice weekend. I see you supporting your New York Jets, who have a short week before
We're back
facing the mighty Patriots.
back in a New York groove. That's a banger.
Yeah. Anyway,
the Jets with their 50 yards of passing and terrible team, but
54 yards passing. Yeah.
The handicap was never the Jets are good. The handicap are why are the Browns a favorite on the road to anybody with 53 men and a coach.
What was your biggest takeaway week 10?
The NFC still is throttling people. The top of the NFC is tough. And we're going to find out a little more about that tonight with a couple more higher end NFC teams. But yeah, the Lions, we changed play colors and they looked pretty good. Obviously, that's a defense that's struggling right now. And then the Seattle and Rams took care of business against some other bad defenses. So we have some fun. And truthfully, like they lost to a good team. But they're missing players down in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a good team when they're fully healthy. My takeaway is the NFC divisional round. It's going to be two absolute meat grinder games of just like really good. Like, hey, the home team's favored by 2 in both of these, and it's just I don't know what to bet in this game. Like, it's probably going to be totals. It's probably going to be props. We're not going to know who's going to win those. Flipping
coins and divisional round. That makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. Everybody in the NFC pretty flawed. Your MVP, according to EPA generated in week 10, you want to guess?
Probably Stafford.
Number 2. He's number 2.
Fields.
I don't even know if he doesn't even have enough.
He might not have. He may not have.
He wasn't on the list because he didn't qualify.
It was probably Goff then. Goff?
It was Goff. Yeah, Jared Goff plus 23.4 EPA generated in that game. Fields was a minus 9.9. So not quite. Goff first, Stafford second, third. Shockingly, Marcus Mariota had a positive EPA day in a very losing effort. Your least valuable players of week 10. Number 1, Thursday Night Football's LVP Geno Smith. He was a minus 21.9 this week. Aaron Rodgers, number 2, minus 20.6. So as good as Stafford was yesterday, Aaron Rodgers was equally bad. So I love that.
Stafford. I think Stafford probably gets. He gets a bunch of second and third place votes to Jonathan Taylor once we get to MVP voting. He should be absolutely in the mix. I do worry, and I'm a Seattle maxi now, so maybe I don't want this, but a little worried about Devontae Adams with the oblique injury. It's not a great injury for a wide receiver.
Jonathan Taylor didn't even have the most EPA of running backs, Andy. He was third. He was third behind Gibbs and Henderson.
Yeah. Gibbs, I forgot about it, but I didn't watch a lot of the Lions game. Yeah, Gibbs had a big week.
244 yards in fantasy football championships. He has a lot of tail end, but it's an OPOI campaign, guys. Everybody can take. The favorite when we woke up this morning was May, right?
Yeah, who, again, once we get to the end of the season, he starts playing good teams repeatedly. We'll see.
That's after they vote on the award, though, Andy.
Yeah, we'll see. It does toughen up a little after the next 3 or 4 weeks here.
Let me take a look here. They do have a short week where they play the Jets. This is, I think, our first Thursday night football game, by the way, where you have a first-year head coach. Remember that old angle?
Well, you don't have to twist my arm to bet against the Jets.
It's an 11.5-point spread.
I don't care. I'm probably going to lay this. Like not only the fact that it's such a huge mismatch, Garrett Wilson's probably out. And I don't know if you want to start with some of the injury stuff.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
We only have 2 teams. We have a lot of games to talk about.
I wanted to look a little closer at the Pats. Bills Ravens back-to-back. Yeah, Bills, you get it home off the bye.
You go 0-2 there, you're not winning the MVP.
That's a reasonable take.
Honestly, even a shitty 1-1 kind of knocks your dick down in the dirt. So, as you mentioned, the Jets will head to New England on Thursday Night Football to embarrass themselves. First time head coach. This was a 10-45.5. Reopens 12. 45 down to about 11.5 at some places, total down a little bit as well. As I mentioned, Garrett Wilson left during the third quarter with an injury to the same knee, which is not ideal. They also had the cornerback Thomas is in the concussion protocol. How do you say his name? Azariah?
I think you get it, actually. Nice
Azariah
job.
Thomas?
I'll give you. Yeah.
And that one looks scarier than it was. They brought the backboard out for that. It turned out he was able to get up. He was fine. Didn't have a lot of injuries for New England. I may just lay this. This is a defense that's starting to come around a little bit. And if Baker couldn't, crack it too much, I just don't know how Garrett Wilson. I don't know how Justin Fields does anything in this game on the road on a short week with a bad coach. So congrats to the Jets for getting another win with your 30 yards of offense. Good job.
I completely agree with you, by the way. Like, Patriots can stop the run effectively. I can't imagine that there is a passing game plan for the Jets that is impressive in this one.
Who was the good he was the bad kid who rode the dirt bike, and he was the good pitcher for the Bad News Bears?
Sure.
He was Kelly, I think his name was. The only good player.
Kelly.
That's like Breece Hall right now. Like, hey, Breece Hall's pretty good, and the rest of the team just stinks. Outside of the fun kick returns, that was a fun. If you bet the Jets, that certainly was the best part of the game for you. Washington, coming off an ass whooping, heads to Miami, who laid their own ass whooping. That's not what we expected. This was Washington -2 on the look ahead with a total of 46.5. It flips.
We got
Miami 2.5. It reopens 47 higher total, down to 2. People are tempering that a little, but total tickling up to 47.5. The biggest part for me is Washington lost Trey Amos, Jonathan Jones, Chris Rodriguez. Ron Payne took a swing. He will be missing a game for suspension. And then Miami was awful banged up too, and I know they got their best effort, but there's some things to kind of keep an eye on. Chop Robinson, Rasul Douglas, Ashton Davis, guys that didn't play this week that maybe have a chance here in the next week or two. But this makes sense. Washington's defense is horrific right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to kind of keep one eye on what's going on with Miami. There's a world where there's enough talent that should be a team that should be rated as a plus at some point in the back half of the season. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with Miami. If Tua is going to not suck, then they can win football games.
Yeah, they seem to have pulled their head out of the proverbial ass a little bit, which makes them a fun team. They still have some good receivers. They have a good play caller. And they're having fun in South Beach. Another home game for them. Yeah,
if they bring McDaniel back next year, that's going to be real weird. But it kind of feels like it's not. It's not like impossible that happens, which is crazy.
Anyway. The Packers take on the Giants. We don't have, it's an 8.5, 44.5 right now. The Packers play yet tonight, so we got to wait to see if anything noticeable, manageable, meaningful happens to them injury-wise or whatnot. Obviously, the big one for the Giants, Jackson Dart left with a concussion. We got the Russ Wilson show. I'm assuming Dart misses at least a game because that's like his 4th concussion. He's on Billy Bob from Varsity Blues Watch at this point. Yeah. Slayton has a hamstring. He looks slower, hurt, like he might miss time with that too, or just maybe be limited in games. And then a couple of defensive players, Demetrius Flanagan fouls, pec injury, and Nunez Roches, the defensive lineman, hurt his toe.
Yeah. I'm going to declare the Dart Offensive Rookie of the Year race officially over. I don't think you can expect enough out of him for the rest of the season in terms of availability to get that across the wire.
He had 240 yards passing.
I know, but
and again rushing touchdowns. If he misses one game, it's still back. I'm Pollyannaing this shit. I don't care. If he only misses one game, he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, but like you said, he's on Billy Bob watch.
They just need to not let him do stupid stuff from here on out. And
But
good
that's
luck. With
also
that.
how he gets counting stats, though, by doing the stupid stuff. I don't know, man.
It's
I don't know.
tough.
don't-
It's live, but I'm feeling worse about it.
Igbukka, the rightful favorite now, I think, in the market. Tyler Warren would be my second choice.
Tyler Warren's laughable.
He's been great.
The tight end, though, it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, should we give
Yeah.
MVP? Hey, you know who's really the most meaningful player? It's probably this left tackle. Let's give him MVP. It's like tight ends don't win the award. I'm sorry. That's just life in the NFL, buddy. All right, on to
Tyler Warren.
onward and-
Tyler Warren is number 11 in among all receivers in EPA generated so far this year.
Yeah. I would guess less than 5 of the 50 voters look at EPA.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe less than 3. So it's fun for us, but those guys are looking at different stuff. Tampa Bay heads to Buffalo, both teams coming off losses. This was a 6 for the home team. It was 50. It reopens a little higher, 50.5. Some interest in Tampa Bay here. This is coming down to 5.5 in the market. They lost Ben Bredesen, the former Giant, to a hamstring injury. He was ruled out. Buffalo had Landon Jackson, the defensive end. The youngster hurt his knee and did not come back, obviously. And then Dalton Kincaid again, injured, hamstring.
Yeah.
Somebody called him Dalton First Aid, which made me laugh.
That's not funny.
I know. I saw the tweet, though. It made me chuckle. So obviously some interest in Tampa makes sense in the market here.
Also, Dalton Kincaid, apparently very important to that offense.
Yeah. Pittsburgh hosts the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals,
by the way,
off.
right after Tyler Warren and total EPA generated among receivers this year.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid.
He's good.
Yeah.
And it's not like they've ever had wide receiver 1 up there.
Both tight ends, Tyler Warren and Dalton Kincaid, more total EPA generated so far this season than Jonathan Taylor. Just wanted to.
Or apples to oranges, can't do it. You know who else they've had more total EPA than? All the best left tackles.
That's a great point.
Anyway, Pittsburgh coming off an embarrassing loss last night where they looked like absolute dog shit hosting a bad team. Pittsburgh is favored. They were favored by 6 on the look ahead here. That also is down a little. We're down to 4.5, 5.5, depending where you look. Total ticking down. That was 50.5. It's down to 49.5, depending where you look. It's kind of all over the board in that one. Obviously it's a late opener. It opens this morning at a lot of places because of the Sunday night game. Darius Slay concussed, did not return to the game last night for them. And then Cincinnati wasn't terribly banged up going into their bye. Samaj Perine had an injury going out of that game into the bye. And then also their quarterback, Joe Burrow, is still hurt, so he will not play.
That's right.
So they will still be starting a much, much, much worse quarterback against a pretty good defense. And I think maybe we didn't get to that takeaway when we talked about last night's game, but the combination of, garbage and poop that we had to start at tackles because Alt and Slater are out, they held up pretty well. All things considered, that was my biggest concern. When we talk about that, when you're betting a game, you're never going to have 100%. Like everything is lining up. There's nothing I can say bad about the team I'm betting on. That was the biggest concern for me, and they held up pretty well. I don't know that Cincinnati has a bad offensive line in general. So Pittsburgh's defense might continue to eat as it did, 2 weeks ago.
Surely.
Houston, Tennessee, that's a game I don't want to watch.
You brought up Burrow. Did you want to make a call? We're going to see him again?
Only if they make the playoffs. It feels like if it's like, hey, we have this outside shot. We don't control our own destiny. It's week 16. Do we really put him out there? It feels irresponsible, honestly, to be like, oh, we really got to get the 7 seed. I mean, but they'd be a dangerous 7 seed, all things considered. Burrow to Chase and Higgins, offense, a tough offense can beat anybody. But It
They're
feels irresponsible.
3-6. I don't know how they're in the mix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to win. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to win some games. So if they put Burrow out there after they're eliminated, that feels very bad.
God, dude, everything broke so well for this Pats team. They get extra rest going into that Cincy game against freaking Flacco, and then they get the Giants with who knows who at quarterback, and then the bye. Like, this team they're going to be 11-2 and in complete control of their destiny when they host the Bills as a rested.
You'll lose by 30 to the Colts in the playoffs.
I'm not saying that they're going to the Super Bowl.
No.
Anything good.
No, as I'm saying, it's
just
a
saying
definite
that,
playoff fade.
like the idea that they may actually just coast to the 1 seed in the AFC is very real right now.
Oh yeah, the schedule is again not tough. So, sorry, this is in Spain. Thank you, Good Green. As I kind of glossed over the fact that we have another.
Oh shit! Yeah, Commanders.
Miami
Madrid.
Miami is the home team, not in South Beach. Thank you for correcting me on that. I have it in my other sheet, but in my notes, I certainly do not. So Washington has to fly to Spain. Miami has to fly to Spain from their home game as well. That'll be interesting. I think that is our
tough one
final,
for the Commanders with all those injuries we were talking about.
Yeah, that's our final international game, I do believe. Houston at Tennessee, as I just mentioned,
significantly less stinky than we thought it was going to be, but still not good.
not great. Are we still at a 7? 7 pretty much across the board. 38.5. This reopened a little higher. There's some 39s in the board for Houston, Tennessee. Didn't have a lot in the way of injuries. Obviously, keep an eye on Ridley always. And then MJ Stewart, the safety, was carted off for Houston. Otherwise, that defense is still pretty good. Obviously, they gave up more points than I hoped last night.
Do you think Stroud comes back?
Don't know.
I kind of assume he will be. That's what this number says to me, at least.
Yeah. So the fact that it's a 7 and it's higher than I didn't update my numbers, and it's very much off because I have a Davis Mills number right now. I assumed it's like 75% Stroud, and I think if Stroud were announced in, it probably goes to like 7.5, 8.
Okay, I agree with that take.
Chicago heads to Minnesota. This one is not in Spain. This one will be in the whatever bank stadium, U.S. Bank Stadium,
US
Chicago.
Bank.
Chicago just keeps winning, and honestly, another very winnable game for them, despite being a field goal underdog, kind of a coin flippy game. This was -3 for Minnesota, 46.5 reopens, kind of at a 2.75. The total's been bet up here. It's already at 48.5. This was 47 on the reopen at a lot of places. DJ Moore was banged up with a shoulder injury. Linebacker Ruben Hypolite, the second, departed with a knee injury. And then for Minnesota, a bad one. Jonathan Grenard, shoulder injury, did not return, trying to catch Lamar Jackson, hurt himself. Josh Oliver obviously missed the game. Akuda
So it sounds
is
like
on
you
the
saw
IR.
that. You saw that, the Grenard injury. You're
he
calling
didn't-
it bad.
He didn't return, and that's bad because he plays a lot. So I need updates on that. If it's just a little a contusion, or if it was a sprain. It seems like maybe an AC joint sprain, or I don't know. It's hard to say when he landed on it. I didn't actually catch a lot of that game.
Okay.
And then very thin on the back end. Theo Jackson concussed, Akuda, IR. So Minnesota's defense is starting to get thin, and the Bears just keep winning games that maybe they shouldn't win. Such as life. I think it's probably just coaching.
Probably as close as 2.5. I'd be shocked if the 3s are around on Sunday.
Yeah, I think there's going to be market enthusiasm for the Bears and the Bears money line here. Carolina, Atlanta off the Germany game, no bye, heading straight back home. This is a home game at least. I mentioned Delta has those direct flights, so not a big deal. Take it on the hapless Carolina Falcons. That actually a little bit of a Freudian slip. Both teams are shit. So this was -3.5, 44.5 on the look ahead. Pretty similar reopen. It's down though. The total the total reopened 43 and it's been bet down to 42, 42 and a half. Carolina's offense didn't look so hot against a pretty bad defense. Carolina lost their tight end at Mitchell Evans to an ankle injury. Trevin Wallace, the linebacker, left with a shoulder injury. Atlanta had D. Alford, their corner, was concussed, and he was ruled out. Linebacker Josh Woods, hamstring was ruled out. London had a little bit of a scare. I wanted him to have a massive day because it's a fun headline. London game, but in Germany. He went to the tent, but he was cleared, so he was fine. I get this total dropping down, I guess, but man, if Atlanta's offense clicks, it feels like anybody could put 28-31 on Carolina.
You remember the last time these teams played?
They play twice a year.
I know. Do you remember the last time they played though?
Not really.
It was like 33-0 Carolina.
Oh,
or something.
No, it was the other. I thought it was the other way.
It was a Panthers ass kicking. Yeah, which was totally surprising. Maybe week 3, week 4. I had the over in that game, and I just remember I was like, just give me 10 points, please. I just needed 10 points out of the stupid Falcons, and they got
30-0.
30-0. Week 3.
Very odd. Yeah, probably not a game I'm going to bet. The Chargers coming off the win last night. We're a 1.5 point favorite on the road heading to Duval County, Florida. Total 44. This reopens 2.5. Jacksonville, excuse me. The Chargers getting a little more respect. Total 44.5. Tierre Tart was hurt. I don't know how bad that one. The Oronde Gadsden one looked a little worse because he's going to get an MRI on that knee today. That's sucks, I guess. And then nothing new for Jacksonville. But BTJ didn't play last week. Monitor him. Jordan Lewis didn't play. Ezra Cleveland didn't play. Like, those are meaningful players that we need to figure out if they're going to play in this game, trying to get back in the winning track against a tough Chargers team.
I think this closes 3, almost certainly.
I can't see market. I'm kind of with you there. I can't see market support for Jacksonville off that fourth quarter. Seattle Rams.
The momentum has turned against the Jags here.
Seattle Rams, the banger, the great one. This was Rams -3, total 47. Reopens at like that, 2.5, 2 3/4 kind of thing. Total moving up 48, 48.5. JSN, a little scare for concussion. He returned, but they did lose. Seattle did lose their center to a knee injury, Jalen Sundle. I didn't get the particulars on if that's long-term, but he obviously didn't come back in that game. And then some guys to monitor for them in the coming weeks. Julian Love, Ernest Jones, Jaron Reed, Josh Jobe. As good as that defense is, they were missing some starters. And then, as I mentioned earlier in the podcast, Adams, Devontae left the game with a oblique injury.
Yeah.
Important. And there's 49's on the board now. This total's up quite a bit.
What's your early opinion of this market?
Like I said, what did I say about the divisional playoffs? Like, every team should be like 2-point favorites, and it kind of feels like the same thing. If this closes,
this is a little more than home field though, so it's saying the Rams are a little better. Do you agree with that? I thought you had your number 1 team was Seattle. Can't imagine your opinion was shaken by yesterday's performance.
Well, I mean, they didn't exactly play a juggernaut, Drew. No, I bet if I go look at my numbers, which I don't even have that open, I feel terrible.
I gotta imagine you have it at 1 or pick or something like that.
1.5. It's not like Los Angeles was trailing very far behind. And when I did update everything, it's funny because Seattle became my 4th best team. If you remember, it was just like everything was separated by the 100th place.
By decimals, yeah.
Yes. Currently Seattle's number 3, but yeah, the Rams aren't far behind.
This feels like the game of the month, probably, right? This has the most championship equity. Right?
Yeah, you're right. I make the Rams -0.5.
Yeah. Uh,
And I have it as a good home field advantage despite it all.
this is a
It's
really
funny how
good
it's a
idea.
good home field advantage for one team, not so much for the Chargers for some reason. We'll dive deep into this game on Wednesday.
I
We have
feel
some
like
more to get to this morning. Okay.
in the you're a Seahawks maxi. You kind of need this one.
You pushed me there. You were
No,
the
I'm
one
just saying.
pushing
No,
me on
I'm
the
just
defense.
saying. I'm not. I'm not calling you
I
out
know,
for
I know,
liking
I
the
know.
Seahawks. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like the stupid Andy. You like the best
Oh,
team
you
in football.
stupid fucking idiot.
Oh, you
Go to the fish market, you shit.
Let's turn on your grunge music and just get real
Oh,
weird.
once you listen to Alice in Chains
Yeah.
live.
I feel like the Seahawks win this game. They are very clearly at least in position to get the 1 seed, and that flips their likelihood of getting to the Super Bowl pretty aggressively.
Yeah,
like
they should be like
it kind of felt like, I don't know, and I don't want to make this as reductive as what happened to Darnold last year, but like you kind of want him to be at home with the defense at home.
Well, not only that, and
right?
It's an offensive line that's playing better than what Minnesota had to put out at the end of the year
True.
last year. So.
True.
All right, we'll get to it Wednesday. San Francisco,
Game
Arizona.
of the month.
Yeah, the true game of the month. San Francisco, Arizona. Both teams coming off some good whoopings. This was a -1 for the Niners. It is reopening -3 for the road favorites. Total 47.5, already up to 48.5 after reopen about 48. Purdy still inactive. No fucking clue. I'm not going to waste any more breath speculating. But in addition to all the injuries that the Arizona Cardinals were carrying, Zay Jones was ruled out with an Achilles injury. Those usually aren't great.
No,
Walter Nolan, who I just put like $50 on to win Rookie of the Year.
Don't think it's happening.
He was ruled out with a knee injury. Safety Taylor Demerson, ankle, ruled out. Jonah Williams, shoulder, ruled out. Bam Knight, running back, ruled out. Semi Fehoko, wrist, ruled out. Darius Robinson, groin, ruled out. Very beat up team. The move to San Francisco makes sense. The move to the total up makes sense. And both of these defenses can't stop a cold right now. This game could actually be fun. So obviously it'll be 16-13 and everyone will be mad.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not going to be watching though because there's
no. Baltimore Cleveland is not one of those better stuffs, but it is a late game, despite being a couple of East Coast teams. Baltimore is 8-point favorites on the look ahead with a total of 41. Opens pretty similarly, 8.5 now. Humphrey was sidelined with that late finger injury. I think he probably comes back. And then Cleveland didn't have a lot. Alex Wright, defensive end, was ruled out with a quad injury. Not a game I'm excited to.
Did you see Myles Garrett moved into favor for DPOY?
He's a beast. He's looking really good.
I'm not disagreeing. I was just noting.
Yeah. No, he's a bright spot in a pile of shit right now there in Cleveland. KC Denver. KC coming off the bye week, but Denver also with extra rest. We're getting the Minnesota-Baltimore scenario again this week, actually twice. Wait for it. Kansas City 3.5-point favorites on the road with a total of 44. Reopens 4. 44.5. Juwan Taylor, keep an eye on him with the ankle. And then Denver, Quinn, how do you say his name? Miners?
Yeah.
He left the game with an illness. I would assume he's a little chicken soup, a little Robitussin. He'll be back in time. We're obviously not expecting Pat Surtain back until after the bye. Marvin Mims wasn't cleared to play either with his concussion. Hopefully he's back for this one. And then during the game, Jonah Ellis and Curran Reed, hamstring injuries. I don't think there's a lot to go over on Kansas City, but obviously a very meaningful game for this division, especially with the Chargers winning as well.
And this is one-way market here, man. 4.5. Wow.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, a million years ago, last Wednesday when this opened, it was 2.5.
Yeah, this will be a fun one. Another fun one. We don't get to see Philly play until tonight, But Detroit, coming off their win, heads to Philadelphia. Right now, that one's sitting at a 1.5 with a total of 49. We'll probably make the assumption that Terry Arnold misses as he was concussed. And then the scary one, of course, was Penny Sewell. He did return. Same with Glasgow. Both him and the center, Glasgow, exited briefly but returned to the games. Philly, it seems like AJ and Saquon are fine now, but no Cam Jurgens.
They got to make it through tonight.
Yeah, well, they do have to make it through tonight. Well, we'll know a little more after tonight, but no Cam Jurgens tonight. And then we'll update the injuries on that tomorrow morning. Monday night is a real banger. Dallas, Las Vegas. What happened there? Oh no! What happened? This market, whatever. It's 3.5, 50 and a half, 50.
I was gonna actually make a big deal out of how dare they put the Pat Mahomes against the Broncos in the same time window as the game of the month. Brock Purdy returning for the Niners. But no, in seriousness, I'm not going to end up watching much of that Broncos game. Probably, I'm going to be way locked in on Rams Seahawks.
Yeah, Rams.
Seahawks. I was like, man, if they could have just flexed that Broncos game into a better spot, a standalone spot. And then I was like, oh, actually, do we really want to watch the Broncos in a standalone spot? That was a tough egg on Thursday.
So far, both. Yeah, if tonight is a snoozer, this is going to be like number one week as far as bad primetime games. Thursday was bad. I tweeted that. People complaining last night. Do you not remember Thursday?
Thursday
was 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Anyway. We'll get some more injury news on Dallas when they start doing reports here off the bye. But Thursday for the Raiders. As I mentioned, this is another one. Team off a bye facing a team coming off a Thursday game. Extra rest for both. Jackson Powers Johnson did not return Thursday with the leg injury. Dylan Parham, the left guard, both guards were injured in the game, and so was safety Tristan McCollum.
Yeah.
And then just Saints and Colts on the bye. Not much for injuries for the Saints. Colts, obviously the sad one going into the game was DeForest Buckner IR'd. That hurts the defense a lot, especially it was scary. We saw Grover Stewart get hurt. He went to the locker room. That would have been awful considering the Buckner missing. He did return to the game later. He was evaluated for concussion and cleared when he counted all the fingers. So
okay. That's the concussion test. Count the fingers.
I gotta find my old tweet. I have one where it's. Do you remember when Purdy came back and there was like no way he had enough time to clear a concussion protocol?
Yes,
do you remember that?
Yeah,
I had a tweet of something, and it was like a Celebrity Jeopardy SNL thing. One of the categories. Oh, and I was like colors that end in purple. like I found the Niners concussion protocol testing.
Colors that
I gotta go find that. That would made me laugh pretty hard. Colors that end in purple.
Good. Oh, that's good.
Did you make did anything stand out before we go for the day? Did anything stand out as far as like I need to bet this now?
I mean, you don't need to bet it now, but I do think Patriots goes up on Thursday. I do think that the Dolphins is gonna get to 3 in the Madrid game.
Would you rather have that over?
Yes, I would.
That's what I'm looking at there.
I would. That 47.5 looks too low. I'm making 49.
Probably 50-ish.
I do think that the Bears money will show up, and that will come off of 3. I think Chargers will get to 3 if it's not already. It's pretty damn close. Might as well just be 3. And I think Rams Seahawks closes around a pick.
Really? You think there's going to be Rams or Seahawks support, huh?
I do. They're getting bet every week, and
I know, but they're playing far inferior opponents, or at least semi-inferior. Like this is actually a true test, and it's on the road. It's in division. I don't feel like it dips blue. Maybe I'm wrong, and the Rams support isn't as strong. But it feels like you get decent bets on both sides.
Would the Rams close yesterday?
Oh gosh, that wasn't one of the games I bet at all. So they closed 6.5.
That was
on the road.
outside. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Both teams should get
Seahawks
support.
closed a nuclear 7, so both teams got bet like they knew the final score.
I know, and like I said, I thought that would go higher. I went looking for numbers, saying I'm fine betting. Like, you know how it's like, hey, everything's 7 minus 20. I'll just bet 7.5 even. I was willing to do that, and then there was a 6.5 in the market still. I guess if you want to give me this number, guess I should have bet 26.5 or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, no mention of weather yet. It's Monday, but it is going to be a little chilly tonight.
That's tonight?
In Green Bay, yes.
30 degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah, it's been it was 19 degrees when I got into my pickup truck this morning. Green Bay, a couple hours north of me and on a lake. And I think we'd be remiss not to mention Happy Veterans Day for those who've served.
Today? No.
I think it's Veterans Day, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
It may be Veterans Day observed, but they changed it at one point.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I take it back.
I didn't even get it. Yeah, I haven't gotten my cards mailed. I haven't gotten any of my Veterans Day chores done.
Yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
You maybe panic there, man.
Sorry, veterans. Especially you Space Force guys. I will. You know what it is today, though, Drew? Do you know what it's the 50th anniversary of? It's something
50th?
near and dear to our hearts here in Minnesota.
Kind of near like the JFK assassination. That wasn't 50 years ago, though.
It was in 1963, man.
Yeah. How many years ago is that?
60. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is 62 years.
1975? November of 1975?
I'll give you some clues. The winds, the gales of November played a part in this.
The Viking sex boat thing? No,
it was
wasn't in the 70s.
It was a major maritime disaster in Lake Superior.
Oh, is it the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Yes, it's the 50th anniversary. For some reason, I liked a couple tweets, and my algorithm has gone Edmund fucking crazy. There's this lady who's like in charge of the museum up there that I'm getting all of her tweets now. And she's at the bar, the Anchor Bar up there. She's like, "Hey, they turned off the touch tunes today. I wonder why." The bartenders, they hate it. You can't play it all day long. It's a great song. Maybe not even his best song. It's a banger, but he's got a couple pretty good ones.
How did you know that it was 50 years ago today? Was that like a news push alert for you guys?
Oh, we celebrate every year that we honor the 29.
Well, I'm gonna spin up some Gordon Lightfoot today for sure.
The Lake Superior account even wrote a very poignant little poem that I like.
What was the elite jacket?
Oh my! I'll share this with you. Yeah,
I love a good jacket. Is it a Gordon Lightfoot jacket?
No, it's just like an Edmund Fitzgerald jacket. It is insane that this exists. What? I will find it. It's like a jean jacket with like.
Oh shit! Look at that.
You found it?
I got it. Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's
sick.
nice. That's nice.
They convinced him to donate that to the museum, even.
Really?
In a follow up. Yeah, 29 plus 1 for Gordon. R.I.P. Mr. Lightfoot. So. Oh yeah, you got to listen to the song. And we'll catch you tonight for some halftime, huh? On the shores, the shores of Lake Michigan, different lake, but still.
Really good game tonight. Not as much championship equity at stake as there will be with the Seahawks Rams, but
do you have any bets in this one?
No.
I feel like it's unbettable. I can't figure out either team. These are like bottom 5 and figure out ability for these teams.
I thought the market was fair, and it's getting bet one way. Eagles. So I am very happy to have no opinion on this one. I mean, the market was pretty damn sharp yesterday. So if it's telling you the Eagles are the right side, I'm assuming they're the right side.
Yeah, my numbers say bet Green Bay and not a.
The market was cool on the Colts for some reason. That was wrong. Was it wrong? I don't know. Colts felt like they should have won by going away. Like that was a weird game the way it ultimately played out. I think 6 was ended up like that was a fine result.
Ooh. Is it a same game teaser?
The
I don't know.
Texans got bet like they were the correct side, and they were, I suppose. I don't know what to say about that one.
That game was a dumb game overall.
Seahawks got bet like they knew. Rams got bet like they knew. Chargers got bet like they knew. Those were all correct. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting watching this Philly support.
That felt good. I wasn't really tracking the market last night. I had the 3 from like Tuesday. I got a cheap 3, but when I saw people tweeting out reasonably priced Pittsburgh plus 3.5, so I'm like, oh, here we go. The market's finally with us. So good job, Chargers. Yeah. I'm probably going to abstain. I'll bet the second half. We'll try to find another winner. Congrats to us for taking the Chargers at halftime last night.
I was actually, I forgot. I ended up betting overstaking that a little, so I was pretty relieved looking at the accounts.
I mentioned I tailed Ben Solak, excuse me, on over 4.5 carries for Justin Fields, and every time he stepped up to run, he got sacked in the second half. He needed one more, and then we got the first down. Vidal runs for a first down. We kneel on the ball. Fifth carry. Got there by the hook. Needed the kneel. Like essentially the whole fourth quarter. I'm just trying to figure
Justin
out.
Herbert, not Justin Fields, right?
Justin Herbert. Yeah, I needed Justin Herbert to have a 5th carry, which a kneel down counts as.
The kneel down counted. Wow. Amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay. I needed. Oh, I'm just looking. I'm like, I need enough time left where he has to kneel down, but I need this first down as well because I don't know what they'll do on 4th down here. I needed that 3rd down carry pretty badly.
Yeah. Drake May is your MVP favorite this morning. Stafford second choice. Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor rounding out the top 4.
He's just saying.
Okay. Mecca Ibuka minus 130 now for O'Roy. Agree.
What are you trading on? What's your current trading on JT? I wonder if I can find a no price and just arb against you. that feels mean. I like you. I can't do that. All right, I gotta go. I got meetings and stuff. Let's call it a day.
Right, nobody knows who was going to win D-Roy or DPOY, by the way. So if you know, get your action in. You're going to win some bets.
We will catch you tonight at halftime.
It looks like we were vertically stacked, or we weren't.
I know, but I didn't like how it looked. I don't think